Hi, my name's Mark Wilson and I'm Chairman of the OKGA Benevolence Committee. Over the years, the meaning of the OKGA to old boys has changed. It's evolved from being support for the school and a means of communication amongst fellow old boys to being a much broader network for all members of the association. Let me share some statistics with you. 1 in 8 men will suffer depression during their lives. 1 in 5 will suffer anxiety. Suicide is the leading cause of death amongst men aged under 44. And by the age of 85, 1 in 2 men will be diagnosed with cancer. These are big numbers, and across our membership of over 10,000 men, there are a lot of old boys affected. Add to this a number of accidents and injuries over the years, and we find that there are a lot of old boys in need of support. There are many stories where support has been critical in helping people get back on track after a serious injury or accident. A prime example is Pete Turnbull, a 1968 leaver, captain of the school, member of the First 15 and an accomplished actor. Let me share his story with you.
Well, I'd lived a very full life, a full school life at Knox Grammar School, playing rugby. I was a swimmer and also the school diver. And many years later, at the age of 37, I was crossing the road in Balmain and I was hit by a car and landed on my head. And apart from the other injuries, a couple of the vertebrae, about mid-chest level, were shattered and crushed the spinal cord. I went through a period of thinking, well, I guess that's it. I've lost my use of my legs, my life is over. Fortunately, my brother John, who was deputy head at Knox, got in contact with schoolmates in my year at school. Well, they really got things going. These guys set about raising enough money to buy a car for me. Well, not only did they do that, but also the money to be able to buy a sporting wheelchair that I could play basketball and wheelchair tennis. And that enabled me to go on to become the national doubles champion in 1992, and we won the gold medal at the national championships. I just think now it's really a case of old boys for old boys, where when one of our mates is, let's say, struck down with some sort of disability or problem, we can really come in to help them. I know for myself it just lifted me out of that depth of despair. Said, no, hey, listen, if these guys believe in me, I've got to believe in me too.
Today is the start of a new journey. We've set up a benevolence fund, we have a board of governors in place, and we're commencing initiatives with old boys such as Peter, as well as working with organisations such as Beyond Blue, the Heart Foundation and the Chris O'Brien Lifehouse. The only way old boy benevolence can be successful is if we have sufficient funds to be able to carry out these initiatives. We therefore need your support. Old boys for old boys.